Hi guys.
Welcome to this thing.
We don't really have a name for it yet.
Yeah. But basically what happens is that we go over a subject in history and I talk
Mr.
to
Magera teaches me it, and I'm allowed to make sarcastic comments because he doesn't grade me.
That's the only reason she's on the show is for sarcastic comments.
I can basically roast him the entire time, and I can't get in trouble, whereas you guys could get in trouble.
That's not the only reason you're
and I'm learning things.
Well, and you can ask questions that other people have.
Questions.
Yes, that's very good.
And I can entertain you all, because who's the more entertaining Magera? Just kidding.
So today we're talking about U.S. geography, and the reason why is to kind of give you a base to kind of understand, because when we learn about United States history, we're going to learn about the whole United States, and it's really useful to know kind of where everything is to kind of help you understand things. So we're looking at the physical features of the United States and its geography. So let's get going.
Woo! Let's learn some stuff.
Just to begin with, just kind of show you where United States is. United States is right above. You got South America down here. United States is in North America right here. This is the main continental. This is Alaska up here, so you can kind of push that out of your mind.
Yeah. We don't really count them.
Yeah. On the east coast, there's the Atlantic Ocean. On the west coast, there's the Pacific Ocean. Across that ocean, this is where Europe is. So Europe's across the Atlantic Ocean. Africa's across the Atlantic Ocean. Then across the Pacific Ocean, go over here because that's how maps work. You'll see that across the Pacific Ocean is where Asia is. So China, Vietnam, Australia, all that on those sides.
Show them where Suriname is.
Yeah, and just in case you don't know, though they should know because they've taken geography with me. But in case you forgot, this is where Suriname is. So
yeah, that'd be embarrassing if you guys didn't know that.
That would be embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
So now we're going to kind of go over and look at exactly specific areas of the United States and the physical land features. The first one I want to talk about is the Appalachian Mountains. So that's right here, right along this east coast. They're a big range of mountains.
Have we ever been here?
No, we've never been there. We've been to New York, which is right here, which is kind of close to the Appalachian Mountains, but it's not exactly.
I think I have been here.
Yeah, the Appalachian Trail is right there. That's where they hiked.
The Botas
hiked, yeah. On the east of it, there's this plain. This is called the Atlantic Plain. It's very flat, but then there's mountains, and that separates that from the rest of it. Right across from the mountains, the opposite side from this Atlantic Ocean, are the Great Lakes. They are the biggest freshwater bodies of water in the world. They're very huge. There's 5 Great Lakes. They go Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Erie. There's lots of them, but they're all right here. We have
not been there.
We have never been.
We've been to Ohio.
Yeah, but maybe you have. Yeah. So then, right beneath the Great Lakes, you have the Mississippi River, and this is huge. The Mississippi River kind of goes up here. It branches up into a bunch of different small rivers all along this area. And this was a huge, we'll see, this is very important to the United States, this river, because first of all, it provides water for tons of crops. If you're going to be farming, this is where you want to be doing it. It's very wet, great farmland, pretty fantastic. So this is the Mississippi River.
Americans like to joke with people who live there. There's a lot of stereotypes for people who live in states. There, it's like, you're a hick.
If you live in Mississippi,
Redneck.
Yeah. It's because the state of Mississippi is right here, so that's why. But yeah, Mississippi River, huge river, goes right along, bunch of breakouts, very important river to the United States, and to a lot of things. Then we get the Great Plains. The Great Plains is right here. This is giant flat area. That's why it's called the Great Plains.
No one lives here.
Yeah, the giant pancake, the big flat called? Thing. Yeah. No, I'm just making up names for you.
I was like, I've never heard of that.
Basically what it is, it's huge, it's flat, you can stand on it, and because there's no trees, it's all grassland, so you can stand on this grass and you can look basically as far as you can see, and you'll just see more grassland going on for miles and miles. No mountains, no hills.
Oh, there's a joke that if you live here, that you can watch your dog run away for 2 days. Because it's so flat, you just keep seeing the dog run.
That makes sense, yeah. Great Plains,
I'm glad you laughed. I thought that was funny too.
Good, yeah. Anyways, but then the Great Plains ends, and you get this, as you move on west, you get the Rocky Mountains. And these are a huge mountain chain, way bigger than the Appalachian Mountain. Not as big as like the Himalayas or anything, but still a very large mountain chain right here that separates the west coast, where California, Oregon, Washington is, from these middle states of Nebraska, North and South Dakota, and
Have
the
we
rest
ever
of the
been
United
here?
States. No, but Utah's right here, so we've gotten close. This is the Great Salt Lake of Utah.
We live, point to where we live.
We live there.
We live right there. It's very
we lived, yeah.
We lived.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the physical geography features of it. Any questions? You got it?
No, no.
Okay.
I don't have any questions.
We can quickly talk about the climate there then, just real briefly. And it's pretty simple. I'm not going to make you obviously memorize everything, but just know the more south you get, the hotter it gets. So you can see these areas like Florida, very hot, bottom of Texas, very hot, New Mexico and the southwest of the United States, very hot and warm.
California's super hot.
Yeah. But then you go up north to like Minnesota, North Dakota, very cold. So you can just see, it kind of layers it. So the red areas are the hot areas and the pink and purple areas are the cool areas. And you can kind of see it kind of just layers it in. So it's like a rainbow of colors where the bottom is the hot part and the top is the cool part.
I mean, really, it should not be that hard to remember that
It shouldn't
north
be.
is cold, south is hot.
Yeah, but that's just kind of how United States, the climate works in the U.S. So that brings us to the end of our webisode, episode, whatever this
We
is.
have a little.
Yes,
we have a little
he woke up during the show.
U.S. What is this?
Citizen.
Geography? No. Oh,
Student?
he is a citizen. We should have brought his flag. No, this is 11th grade. Yeah, he woke up, so that's why he's sitting here. Which you guys are lucky because he's not in any of the other classes' videos so far.
Yeah, his first appearance.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Your first say hi. So he's wide-eyed.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so now this part of the show is what we call Mrs. Magera's tea
Tea.
time. I always have my tea. This is green tea with lemon. And I need to actually get on my phone, so if you will hold him, please.
You don't remember your facts?
So I have multiple,
Oh, okay.
but it's not long, I promise.
Yeah.
But
So-
I can't remember which.
Yeah,
What
so
was it?
she always looks up certain facts. You can get on your phone.
Yes,
Yeah.
usually I want to find like the shadiest fact about.
Or like the sketchiest or craziest fact. Yeah.
Some juicy details to entertain you all. But it's really
Usually
hard to
important,
find. Yeah. But it's usually it was very hard to find juicy facts about the geography of the U.S. So what I decided to do was, each state. So with laws, you guys will learn about laws. Each state has their own laws, and they have federal laws that everyone has to abide. But as you go into different states, they have their own laws too. That like, okay, it might be legal to do this in Oregon, but it's not legal to do it in California. That sort of thing. So, but the thing is, sometimes there's some really weird laws that like don't make sense. So I found some weird laws.
This has nothing to do with geography. It's just
Well, I didn't. I mean, the state. Well, how was I supposed to find shade about that? Okay.
Okay,
Don't
tell
listen
me,
to
tell
him.
me your favorite
Okay.
crazy law.
So there's a couple. First, Arizona. It's illegal for a donkey to sleep in a bathtub.
Wow.
It is. And apparently there was this one donkey who liked to sleep in a bathtub, and then there was a big storm and it flooded and the donkey floated away in the bathtub like for miles and miles and miles. And apparently there's a scarring experience for the whole town, so they passed a law that donkeys are not allowed to sleep in bathtubs anymore.
Okay.
They are allowed to stand in bathtubs. In Connecticut, to find out you cannot sell bad pickles, but to find out if a pickle is bad, you drop the pickle and you see if it bounces. If it does not bounce, it is unlawful.
So you want bouncy pickles?
You want bouncy pickles. And there were two men who went to jail because their pickles didn't bounce.
Wow. That would be the lamest thing. I'm in here for murder. What are you in here for? Well, I
My
sold
pickles
pickles.
didn't bounce. It sounds wrong. In Maine, it's illegal to park in front of a Dunkin' Donuts. You do not want to do that.
That's terrible. Okay.
Wait,
Is
there's
that the
more.
last thing?
No. In Missouri, you cannot wrestle a bear. It's illegal to wrestle a bear. You will get in trouble.
That's probably not a good idea.
Okay, this one's our last one.
This
This
is our
one I
last one,
find
okay.
it so funny. This is very interesting. Probably the most interesting part of the
I know,
whole
but it's
thing.
taking like 4 minutes.
Okay, hold on. In New Jersey, now guys, New Jersey's sketchy. Everyone says it. Unless you live in New Jersey, then you're a fan. But it's like a joke that New Jersey's sketchy and it just wants to be New York. Anyway, it is a crime to wear a bulletproof vest while you're doing a crime. Yeah, so if you get caught and you're like doing a crime and you have a bulletproof vest, you get charged for the crime and you get charged for wearing a bulletproof vest.
But if you're just wearing one with not doing a crime.
Oh wait, I have one more one
Okay.
that's funny. This is the one I laughed at when I was looking them up.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last one. Don't rush fun.
No, hurry up, or just
In New Mexico, idiots are not allowed to vote. Straight up. If they say you're an idiot, it is a crime to vote.
Wow.
So you don't want to be an idiot in New Mexico.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the end of our episode. Thank you for your tea, Mrs.
And
Magera.
that's the tea.